Hi everybody. Today we're going to talk about green knitwear. So, much as we all love navy and it's a very useful, versatile color, that'd be fun to explore green, especially since this season we happen to have a lot of green in the collection in the knitwear section. And I love it. Like, I think I might actually love green more than brown, which is a very controversial thing to say in this menswear world. So I want to present to you a few options that we have. We made this little spread that I think looks very nice together. So we have this very classic grayish olive. We have this really interesting melange, which is a mix of tan and green. We have just a navy cashmere cardigan, just for a bit of reference, as a reference point for you. And then a pair of olive army chinos, khaki army chinos, denim and gray trousers. And then over here, other green knitwear, we have this really interesting blue bottle green. So it's a green that's like very, very much on the blue side of the spectrum. And this lovely, very soft and elegant sage green. Let's put the four things together so you can see them all side by side. And then you can really kind of notice how different they are. Wait. See, it's interesting when you put them side by side like this, you really get a sense of just how blue that is compared to all the other ones, as well as how gray this is, how yellow this is. And this remains kind of grayish, pastel, very, very faintly green in a really beautiful way. Let's put some outfits together, all right? So starting with this guy, the olive green. What do I want to put with this? Ah, yes. So I like this with just like khaki chinos. I really like that together. Like, it feels like the gray just needs a little bit more, the grayish olive just needs a little bit more color, and so the yellow khaki helps a lot. And then shirt-wise, I'm using our polos from this season as kind of our stand-in. I love that together. Like, this kind of mushroomy shade of brown sits really well with the cashmere because it's got also that similar sort of shade of gray to it. So that's one way you could put together. I wish we had a ecru colored Oxford shirt because that actually would be a lovely match right here as well. Okay, so that is one option. Now, let's have a look at this melange guy. The nice thing about the melange one is it's got so much texture, so it looks really good with denim. As so. I love the way all that sits together, you know. Especially the way it kind of captures and echoes the stitching, that taupe-colored stitching. In terms of what to do for shirt, I actually like the idea of a burnt orange. You know, a little bit bright, but kind of fun, kind of casual. I like that. You could, of course, go with like a very classic white. That is always an option as well, especially since it looks so good against denim. Okay. Next, let's have a look at that bottle green, that little bottle green cashmere cardigan right here. You know, because this is so blue to my eyes, I actually really like putting it with navy things. And you know, I do this sometimes if I'm really, really cold. You can put a cardigan with another cardigan. I mean, you treat this shawl color cardigan as a coat or as a jacket, and you treat this as kind of the middle layer, and then you just add something else in to finish it off. White polo, something like that, you know? Trouser-wise for this, I think you could go with gray trousers. And that would be lovely together. Okay, finally, let's look at that sage. I really love that sage. This sage, it's a very, very delicate shade, which I absolutely love. I think it makes it even more interesting. It goes with a lot because it's not a pure flat color. There is actually quite a lot of variation in it, going from pale green to slightly darker green with a little bit of yellow in it as well. So in cases like that, denim obviously always works, but I wanted to do something a little bit more off kilter. I like the idea of doing it tone on tone. Like, if you have a sufficiently deep colored green trouser, I think those two are really nice together. In fact, this is another situation where I wish I had an ecru Oxford, because an ecru Oxford to go with that would have been wonderful. But since we don't, I like a little bit of white just poking out under the sage. I think that just helps to separate the colors a little bit more and gives you a little bit more of this sort of crescendo of going from light to dark as you go from top to bottom. Or if you really wanted to just look like a fancy army man, you could do an olive polo too. That'd be pretty cool. Alrighty, so that's a little overview of the green things that we have in terms of knitwear at the shop this season. If you have any ideas for how you can put these things together, we'd love to hear from you. And check it out, you know, olive green, it's a great alternative to navy, and I recommend everyone have a little bit of it in their wardrobe. That's it for now, and thanks for watching.